Okay, here we go. Insights back. So I'm going to call this my second interview because the Kiwi thing on Saturday with the computer thing was not really good. So today we got my boy. We got the product. There he is.
What's up?
Yeah, we need some sound effects. So, I'm not.
Can we drink on this show?
I got the lemon water, but you could do whatever you want.
I mean, it's been a long work day, so don't mind if I have a little.
I love it. The hippie was drinking like shots and doing all sorts of stuff.
Well, that was Saturday. That's a Saturday show.
No, that was Kiwi. I'm talking about.
Oh, the hippie. The hippie. That's right.
Hippie. And just so you know, so anyway, you guys can follow Mike Wright, the product. That's right up there. I'm gonna pull that down, but this is him. Okay. The right things. That's right. That's it. So just so you know, you bet a little bit, and the hippie, after being on this show, won $24,000 on a
what?
Go check your phone. He won on Saturday $24,000 on a $50 parlay.
Well, I hope I get the same amount of luck this time around.
Bro, imagine if you do, like what kind of like people will be dying to be on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So actually, I got to go crossed up at Andre Easy. I hit you and him at the same time. For some reason, I thought you said today he didn't get back to me. Now he got back to me at 3, and it was like I had already got to you and rushed.
All good. It actually worked out perfectly this way. So
yeah, hopefully Andre will be coming on too.
So I just got this in the mail yesterday. So
yeah, I was gonna say
post something up with that later. So appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's almost like Christmassy green, not army, but I did what I could,
Hey, I like it. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off real quick. Now, I just want to say in our pick'ems, because we do pick'ems together. I was 10 out of 12 this weekend. Okay,
where are you?
Now I won the pick'em if you saw. But this isn't about me. This isn't about me, Price. This is about you. So I knew the results as I'm checking. Like I'm at flag football games. I'm at all sorts of parent and uncle things. So I'm checking the Tapology, and I'm like, I'm right. So I'm like, all right, I kind of know who won these fights. Then it got to TJ, and I saw I didn't go up. I'm not TJ. Sean O'Malley and Jan, and mine didn't go up because I picked Jan.
Right.
So my question to you is, I haven't seen the Jan. So by the time I got home and baseball playoffs around, I'm like, I'm not even gonna buy this because I know the results. So I haven't watched most of the fights. So tell me about Sean versus Jan because I haven't seen it. So tell me.
All right, let me start off by saying that I am someone, and you can check my Tapology. I picked O'Malley to win by decision, I believe.
Okay.
Right. That being said, I don't think he won that fight, and only because. So I know there's a debate saying that his strikes were more damaging compared to Jan's takedowns. Right, Jan got a lot of takedowns and has some control time. Maybe I'm a little biased because I am on the grappler side of things.
Right.
But I do feel like if you're someone that can take somebody down and hold them down for a little bit against their will, that shows a little more dominance and control compared to a few extra couple of jabs and whatnot. So I do agree it was close. Like it was close as shit. Split. So honestly, had Jan won it, I could see the argument, going for O'Malley's side. But I do feel like personally, I feel like the takedowns were a little more, and it wasn't like it was like 1 or 2 takedowns. It was a little more than that. So I feel like there was more takedowns and enough takedowns to say that Jan should have edged him out in a split, but it's a split.
Now I haven't seen it, so you're telling I didn't even know this happened. These takedowns. Now, why couldn't he do damage to him when he took him down?
That's the thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was just he was just too squirrely. He just wasn't set up. Maybe he didn't want to lose position. That could have been a thing too. You see a lot of that with shorter guys on top of taller guys.
Right.
They're afraid of losing position there, so they don't do as much damage. So that could have been it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Jan was afraid he was going to do some illegal strikes. I don't know, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Now I was thinking because you talking about takedowns versus pitter patter strikes. Maybe O'Malley does a little bit.
Right.
Now I was just thinking before you said that it was takedowns as the damage. I was thinking of Chito Vera versus who was the guy that he just he got outstruck by like 200, but he like just destroyed the guy's face.
Was it Pedro?
Or it wasn't Burgos. It was who's the guy he like, or was it was Cheeto. It was 2 fights ago. Like he outboxed him like so badly in the first couple rounds, but then Cheeto just kept hitting him, and every time Cheeto hit him, his face would like explode.
I think it was. Yeah, it might have been Burgos. That might have been that one. What look that up?
No, Burgos is our boy from like New York. It was the other guy, Rob Font.
Actually, I get those two confused a lot. Actually,
was it not? Was it Font versus Cheeto? Who was it? It was Font versus somebody. Where Rob Font landed so many shots, and like they were like, "Wow, the judges like he landed like 150 more shots," but it was like, yeah, that's great and all, but the shots that this dude knocked him down. Yeah, it was Vera. Yeah, it knocked him down. It knocked him down. Like every punch knocked him down. like
that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
To the point with that is, so Jan successfully landed 6 out of 13 takedowns. He had almost 6 minutes of control time. So it wasn't like he took him down and he popped back up. Yeah, he had 6 takedowns and he had 5 minutes and 44 seconds of collective control time. So you're telling me none of that matters?
Yeah, I don't like Sean O'Malley at all, just so you know. And my cousin loves him, who's 25 and does a little thing. He was texting me talking. He said, "What's your excuse now?" And I'm like, so I started giving excuses because now I'm drinking the Haterade, right? So I'm like 1, it was fixed. 2, I forgot. I was giving him all these things, and he was taking me real seriously. And I'm like, what was I saying? I was saying all sorts of shit to him. I was like, "You want me to keep going here?" Hang on a second. Let me see. He's going off on me too about this because he's like, "What are you looking at? Some kind of Twitter hater?" I'm like, "No, I am the hater. This is me. I'm the hater. I don't like this guy." So let's see, I can't find it, but these O'Malley fans are now going to be real hyped, right?
Oh, they're going to be crazy.
But yeah, it's kind of annoying that he didn't really finish. Like he got him down 6 times and couldn't. Like I feel like he should be. Like he should finish him. I don't know. It's disappointing. Anyway, let's get past that now. It's over with. Look, O'Malley will get his at some point. He's like fragile, I think. So, so anyway, I'm gonna do this for every person that comes on this interview show. What's your description of MMA Twitter? Like, give us how that.
Ooh, I feel like there's 2 sides to it, honestly. So if we're talking honestly here, I think there's 2 sides. There's like the fun, like jovial, like hey jokey side, like memes, jokes. There's some really funny parody accounts on there. Like I love the Keith Peterson parody account. That's one of my favorite accounts on there. If you're looking at MMA Twitter content, that's funny. There's a lot of good guys on there, and then I feel like there's also like the other side where like you actually get some real like betting information. You get like some real interviews and like real stories, like all those guys. Like there's a bunch of them that really put out like groundbreaking breaking news content and stuff. So I feel like you get both that stuff.
Yeah, I think you definitely get like news quick, like the guy who does like the fighter remove stuff. Like who's gone before. Then I go look it up. I still can't find it. Then I'm like, is that real? Then it is real usually, And then there's the Avatar troll boys, the basement dwellers, right?
Yeah.
I had one come after me again today. But these guys come after me all the time. This little guy, and he said something about my occupation. I said, look, I'm changing my job to life coach for troll basement people. I'm gonna help you get out of the basement, bud. So I mean, Twitter is like the Wild West.
Yeah,
it's like a shootout at all times. But yeah, there's some good stuff on there. So all the people that don't know you, you're a wrestling based guy. But I want to know, other than wrestling, what is your favorite MMA discipline? Like take wrestling out of the equation, you're not allowed to talk about it.
So as far as like what I like to do or what I like to watch. I would probably go with something like in the striking discipline. So either boxing. actually got into combat sports in general because of boxing. So
Right. Yeah.
So boxing has always been something I've always been interested. Just the sweet science in general, all that stuff is very technical. It's impressive.
Yeah, and I always say like for a wrestler, like, cause if it's a street fight, I'm probably gonna wrestle, and I don't want to run into a wrestler because they'll wrestle better than me. But I know in a street fight, a boxer's worst nightmare is a dude that can really. I mean, a wrestler's worst nightmare in a bar fight is a dude that can box.
Yeah.
Because like, if the dude can box, he might tap you like 5 times before you even like get your shot, and like you're already like spilled.
I'll tell you right now, though. I'm wrestling though, and I've done it before in a couple of bar fights. Like if it comes to it, like I'm wrestling, I'm slamming you on your head. So
right, as long as they can't box,
I'm still coming forward. I might get the first one and come low.
I know you're coming.
Just know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of wrestlers, I got blocked by Jake Shields this week.
Yeah.
All I said was this, ready for this product? He says he doesn't know why he's at like a machine, at like an automated machine, like to order something, maybe Dunkin' Donuts or something. It says 10%, it says 20%, 25%, 30% tip, like a tip. Maybe it was at call. I don't know where he was.
Okay.
And he says all sorts of crazy shit. And I usually say crazy shit back to him, and he never even says anything. And I don't like people that don't tip, like, and especially a dude like him who has money. Like, why are you not tipping? Like,
yeah.
The guy, like, so for me, sometimes I don't have cash on me, and like I'm like, I feel bad. I gotta maybe next time I get him with something more, like if they don't have that option. But he's like talking shit about tipping people. So I was like, yo, if you were paid off tips for the excitement of your fights, you'd have to get a second job.
Right? Yeah.
Like think about it. Like his boy Nate is excited. Nate Diaz, like Nate's gonna get paid. Nate's gonna get paid. Like we're all tipping Nate out. If this is like MMA, like we have to tip, right? Like he fights. Even if Nate loses, he's making money because he's exciting, right?
It's like gladiators. I remember back in the day, the gladiators that they throw the coins up in the air at the end of the fight.
Right.
Can you imagine working for that?
Like Jake ain't getting paid then. Right? Like like Jake, I don't know, it's like Jake Shields fight. So all of a sudden, I go to like see a response, says I can't read a response. I'm like, then I have
gotcha.
My DM. I hit the DM and it's like he's blocked you, and I'm like, like, and I've said like some political shit to him. He talks a lot of nonsense. Yeah. I got blocked by Jake Shields.
Damn, it's not bad though.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. So next thing, and this is a good question for you because you wrestled in high school, and I like doing this to dudes. I know most guys don't even bring it up, especially a guy like you who wrestled, because a real G doesn't. But what was your high school wrestling record? Like if you ever ask a good wrestler,
dude,
they're always like, I was 500. Like they're always, I don't even know if they give me the real answer. Like my boy who I coach with, he'll be like, yeah, I was like 48 and like 36 or something. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
See, mine wasn't even that good. I mean, I was like mid-level, definitely. Like I honestly, I don't know the whole number, but it's not great. It's nothing to worry about and talk about. It's definitely not good. I mean, I learned more coaching and going to stuff now than I ever did in wrestling. So that's
you're not going to give the people the record.
I don't have it, honestly. If you looked it up somewhere and you found it, I'd give you some money because I don't know what it is. It's that bad though.
So, and this is funny. So out the way I live now, there's like good wrestling compared to like more centralized Jersey, where like Middlesex County. So the district that my boy that I coached with would be in, he would go into like the districts. My boy would be like 500. He'd be like, 12 and 12. And he'd wrestle the one seed from like a school, like say a Spotswood, which is like a smaller school in Middlesex County, which is the next county over. This kid would come in like 24 and 2. And my boy would like beat that dude. Like it's funny. And they wrestled together at club, and he'd be like, all right, like he even knows the guy. And the guy knows like he's like a 500 wrestler, but he's not really a 500 wrestler. Like he just has it like he doesn't have the O'Malley treatment up until
Gotcha. No, I mean mine's definitely not that good. I will say though, at least like I have had kids come back to help the program, help out in wrestling coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, those kids are usually like top tier kids, champions here and there, and I usually give them the business. So it's not like I'm a slouch, but I definitely don't have the best or at least didn't have the best back then anyway. So
and that's why it's funny too. Like, yeah, just because if you didn't excel record wise doesn't mean you can't coach something. A good teacher can teach whatever. That's why like a lot of the trolls recently, or even like dudes that maybe been in 1 or 2 MMA fights, like you can't comment on an MMA fight if you never did it. I'm like, yeah, I actually can because I've watched a lot of them, and really like Bill Belichick played long snapper. I'm pretty sure he can comment on NFL players all he wants. You know what I mean?
all he wants.
All he wants. Yeah, like he'll cut somebody who's got tons of skill because he's like, whatever, I don't like, you don't know how to play how I want you to play. So mute yourself. You hit mute.
My bad.
There you go. All right. So speaking of kids, you said come back to your program. That's my next question. See how it rolls right in?
There you
Why
go.
should a child join wrestling? What are the benefits?
Man, there's so many benefits. It's one of those sports where I feel like me myself, I had probably low confidence, lower self-esteem, probably body issues or something as well. All that stuff makes you comfortable with it. You're wrestling with somebody, you're making friends. I mean, that's another thing too. Like if you're someone who's a little bit of a loner, like I would consider myself back in high school, you make different friends, you see different people. And really the best part is like, I would say like you find out who you really are deep down, like deep down. Like, are you a quitter? Are you a finisher? Like, who are you? And that's one of the big things. Like kids need to see that stuff firsthand and early on in their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, back to even for older. Like I look at it now. I've been coaching it for a while. Again, the head coach has been, he was the wrestler. I, of course, learn from him as we go. But like the bar fight you're talking about, like when I go recruiting kids for wrestling, I'm like, look, you could wrestle a couple years and enough to like handle yourself in a fight in a street where like, you go out for basketball, the jump shot ain't gonna save you when a dude's coming after you in a bar, but like a pass by to a claw could save you. You know what I mean? Even like a crappy wrestling move like a headlock can save you in a street fight because that dude
absolutely
might try to stop it. So like it's just like those skills are good to have. The kid we had just won our division. You would never know he's the killer on our team. Like
that's the best.
Like he walks with a limp. He holds his mouth a little bit. Like he doesn't talk. Like
that's the best.
But dude is slick on the ground. You're like, and we got other kids who like been on TV for like fitness shows, and like he'll tear them up, and it's like he won't say nothing. He's not gonna even talk about it. He's just gonna do it. Like he wasn't gonna come out this year. I'm like, yeah, you're coming out, right? Because he's on the banner.
Gotta get him out.
He's on the banner for last year. You got to. And we've had a couple kids that haven't been able to get 2-time champs because of COVID and because of our last year kid got hurt before the tournament. So like he could be the first 2-time champ. You would never know this is the guy. This is the guy.
Right. Awesome. Got to get him out there.
Yeah. So next question: Who's your favorite fighter of all time? Product.
All time. I'm gonna go with probably a more obvious answer, but so GSP is up there.
Okay.
Then I got to go Anderson Silva, and then I'm going to go with Randy Couture. So it's like those three.
So you're going wrestler / striker to striker to wrestler.
Right.
All right, mixing it up. It's fine. And I would say all three have. You sound like you like heart because I mean even Anderson got the flying heel hook, but Anderson that shell fight showed his heart. I mean, he took a beating and then did that, and and he snapped his leg, obviously, and came back from that, and he's still fighting like Anderson. So
it's insane.
And then who is your favorite current fighter? Because all those three guys are gone.
Right.
From MMA.
I knew you were going to ask me this one, so I feel like I had another answer, but I'm going to go with, and I'll probably get shit for this, Brandon Moreno.
Okay, yeah. Hey, a lot of energy.
You can't count him out, man. I don't know what it is. Like he was in that Kai fight, and I thought he was like starting to go down a little bit, starting to lose like the pace of the strikes, and can't count him out.
Yeah, he thought the power bar was dipping, and then boom. Yeah.
Kick sent him home,
He's like an Aztec warrior.
Hey, he's insane, man.
And then of course next, who is your least favorite fighter of all time or current?
Wasn't ready for this one. Um,
Wait till the rapid fire.
there's you know how I feel about Lauren Murphy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna throw Lauren Murphy down under the bus. She's out. Get her out of here.
Yeah, you done with her.
Done. Get her out.
I'm surprised she's not been arrested for like meth dealing or anything like that. You know, like how's that not happen? Maybe Dana's been helping her out. I mean,
I loved it when she was on The Ultimate Fighter and Eddie Alvarez kept on calling her the wrong name over and over again.
that's hilarious. And then this is my favorite of the questions, of the regular questions. If you were in Twitter FC1, how would you have done?
I was ready for this one. So I feel I'm gonna say 15-1.
Okay.
I would go 15-1. Somebody would find a way, maybe like a slick striker would probably catch me with something. But I feel like for the most part, 15-1.
No, what about the one that happened though with Coach Funk and Manolo? Like,
see, I feel like they could have did that like a little more. I mean, obviously it wasn't professional; it was backyard boxing for the most part. But like they could have made that like a more entertaining like competition.
It could have been in a ring.
They could have. You could find any gym in this area, and you say, "Hey, I'll tag your gym in this post. It's going to get 2,000 likes or shares, whatever. Like, let's use your boxing ring for 20 minutes."
Yeah, I don't know. I think you probably win that, but I think MMA for sure, because a wrestler's going to win versus those dudes, unless I mean I think Funk posted one like jiu-jitsu thing that he did, but I don't know if that's the only one he's ever done. So and then Coach is 19 and he's is a boxer, so you would wrestle him, and then Manolo's nowhere near your weight class.
No.
So I'm
a little on the bigger side.
Yeah. And then Twitter FC though, know who might give you a problem if there was a bigger one is that dude, the suffering father, white black belt. That dude's pretty big and he hits the bag pretty well. That dude. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen his videos before, but like I'm not putting a name to the handle.
Yeah, it was like suffering dad. He's called some dad of a white belt or something. He's big. He's a big boy. He blocked everybody at one point for somebody calling him a pedophile. Something weird happened, and I was off his list too. But he's friends with the dude Jake Noker.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that dude might give you a problem. Anyway, hey, are you ready for the rapid fire? We're gonna do some fight picks at the end, but we're gonna do the rapid fire. Are you ready for this?
All right. Let's do it.
I'm gonna take a sip of this lemon water first because I'm just gonna sip this here and take a see. What do you got? Corona there?
I'm gonna get my lemon water as well.
Is that Corona? Yeah, it's like you're like Dom Toretto, baby.
There you go.
So there's going to be 26 questions. Then I have a visual question.
Okay.
For the 20. Yeah, we're going to go. You don't have to explain yourself. You just answer.
Spit them out. Okay.
Right. So, East Coast or West Coast?
East.
Mustang or Camaro?
Camaro.
Blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
Wendy's or McDonald's?
Wendy's.
Best friend or brother?
Brother.
Your buzz, you going up or you going down?
Up. We're always going up, right?
Yeah. Favorite shot of booze? I think I've seen you do this before.
Ooh. Oh. I'm a fan of. I'll probably get trash for this. Vodka.
Really?
Just yeah.
Well, I saw. We'll talk about it after the rapid fire.
Okay.
Tacos, soft or hard shell?
Soft.
Hug or high five?
High five.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Favorite sport?
Say that again.
Favorite sport?
Oh, wrestling.
Favorite candy?
Candy. We'll go Kit Kats.
Favorite band?
Bands. I'm gonna go with the Chili Peppers.
On a hot dog, spicy or yellow mustard?
Spicy.
Dennis or Shields? Jake Shields, you're on my shit list.
That's a tough question.
It's a really hard question.
Shields. We'll go with Shields.
Favorite villain?
Favorite? I don't like. It gotta be a superhero, or is it gonna be just like any type of like?
And it could be an anti-hero, like what? Yeah.
I'm gonna say Robert De Niro's character in Men of Honor.
Okay. Best Bond.
I'm an old school guy, so I guess I'm gonna go with like Pierce Brosnan or something.
Okay. God or no God product.
God.
Flying or driving.
Driving.
Apple or Droid.
Going back to droids, I'm saying droid.
Favorite kind of steak.
Steak. Porterhouse. Good porterhouse.
T-bone. Favorite animal to love.
Dog. Dog person.
Favorite Twitter handle.
Oh man. I don't know that one.
Oh, stumped him. Straw or no straw?
No straw.
Jay-Z or Biggie?
Jay-Z.
Now, you already answered this one, but Reese's or Kit Kat?
Kit Kat.
And then go hard or go home product.
Go hard, man.
That's right. So then we got all 27 in. I'm gonna eat this Reese's. We got a couple more things to do before we get out under 30 minutes, like we like to do.
Right.
So, fight picks. Cater or Allen?
I've been saying Allen all week, so I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm going Cater, but
yeah.
And then thoughts on Jake Paul and Anderson Silva?
I am going to be thoroughly upset if it's a fixed job and there's some or whatever, or if Anderson actually gets clipped for real and goes down. I will be upset. I'm hoping that in his career that he's not willing to, I guess, piss it away or something like that. I'm hoping he's ready to come in and just
right. Like I guess what
we
have to check is what is his net worth right now? Because if these dudes are all taking, like, if Woodley took a dive, he was taught how to fall like that.
Yep.
You know, yeah. For fighters to take dives, they got to be in the hole because fighting is a real pride type thing. Like, you got to be really deep in a hole that, like, somebody's like, "Look, I'll give you this if you fall on your face to this dude."
I will say, I feel like Woodley actually took that shot. So if he did take a dive, like he took that with the intention of saying, "Hey, hit me as hard as you can, and then we'll do it." But he definitely, I mean, they knocked the sweat off the back of his neck. Like that was a shot. Oof.
Wow.
But I'm hoping Silva does the right thing and he just eats him.
What are you going to do with the 24 grand you win after this interview?
I might take a break off of Twitter for like a month or so, come back, nice fur coat. I don't know. We'll see.
Your pimp game will be strong.
Right.
That's good. Hey, well, much love for coming on. We're out at 30 minutes, just like we wanted to do. And
perfect.
We'll do a preview shows at some point. And
okay.
Thanks for being my number 2 guest.
Yeah, man. Number 1 in your heart.
That's it.
Appreciate it.
See you, bud.
See you, man.